Roger. We're ready? It's kind of weird. I feel like a talk show host or something. A morning news show or something. All right, so we're going to have a Q&A. I've got, hold on, that went down there. You'll get that for me, thank you. I've got a few questions I want to ask Markelle, and I'm going to pass the microphone over to him. So we're going to try to do this sequentially. And again, a lot of this has kind of been touched on, but Markelle, let's go back to middle school. I remember you being a DeMatha basketball camper in 7th and 8th grade here. Maybe it was even earlier. You weren't 6'4", you weren't jumping out the gym, you weren't finishing with each hand with ease. High school coaches weren't at all your middle school games and that trying to get you to come to their school. Why'd you pick DeMatha? Why us? And by the way, thank you very much for picking DeMatha. But why DeMatha?
First of all, I've been going to DeMatha camp since I was 7 years old, young. I mean, one of the best camps. I mean, played against everybody. I went to almost all the high school camps, all the public schools, and I applied for almost every school in the area. DeMatha was the school that accepted me, so it was just a blessing to be able to come here. I mean, I wanted to come here. I told my mom that too. Really, like my mom said, everything happens for a reason, so it's obviously a reason why they accepted me. So I was just blessed, and I told my mom that I was happy I was coming here. Everybody joked about it because it's an all-boys school, but I mean, I think it's one of the funniest times of my life, so it was good.
Thank you. DeMatha's mission statement is we want to have a diverse student body of differing abilities, talents, interests, and backgrounds here at DeMatha. So we definitely want to have a broad range of students. So that's one of the reasons we saw in your application to have it. It's never easy here at DeMatha. As I mentioned, it's really competitive. The schoolwork wasn't easy for you early. We talked about you. You know, you were a stud on the freshman team. You didn't make the JV team. I mean, you didn't make the varsity team your JV year. Your mom touched on this a little bit, but what kept you here? I mean, I know your mom, Shantice, God, was all a part of that, but why didn't you leave? As that's kind of an easy thing to do nowadays, if it's not working out, the grass is green, or somebody else wants me and opportunity's better. Why do you think you stayed?
First, it was most importantly my mom, really. Just like she said, everything happens for a reason, so I mean, coming home to her and her telling me you're gonna have to deal with it. I mean, there's nothing you can say to that. And then Keith, my sister, I mean, just believing in God. I mean, I just went with it and said I'll make the best of it. And I came to school every day, worked my hardest. Not my freshman year, but after that, my freshman year wasn't the best year. I mean, I was playing around, getting Saturdays, $20 out of my mom's pocket, so a lot of beating. So. It was tough. It was tough my first year, and then after that, it was just I met Miss Phelan, and I just started going to her every day. I decided to work out even harder with Keith and just do what I had to do, and it ended up working out for me. So I was happy.
Cool, very good. When do you think it started to click? And I have a hunch. I remember between 10th and 11th grade, so that summer is when you kind of got out on the circuit a little bit. Your Markelle Fultz started to become a name. You came back to DeMatha. And I just remember you were a bit different. I used to have to text you, and I was talking to Ms. Phelan about this morning. Make sure you go to academic support during study hall before practice. Make sure you do this, or were you there? And your junior year, I didn't have to do that. You just came back focused, not just in the classroom, but as a basketball player too. Can you talk about, was it that summer that it clicked, or can you just kind of share when the change happened?
Yeah, like I said, 9th grade was a tough year. We're not going to talk about that. But 10th grade, I came in. Like I said, I got introduced to Miss Phelan. I mean, he used to text me every day to go to Miss Phelan. So before school, during study hall, I used to always think like, I mean, why am I going to her? She can't help me that much. I mean, but after I started going, I started realizing I was getting smarter. I learned more. I did better in my tests and quizzes, and like you said, that next year, I really realized like I need to take advantage of this opportunity. This is an opportunity I might not have for a long time. So when I came back my junior year, I started going to her without you telling me, like you said, in the morning, and she was willing to do that. So I thank you, Ms. Pittman, for that. And once I started going to her, I started getting hundreds, which I never did before. Getting the perfect score on a test is unbelievable. And everything started rolling into pieces. My name got out there in basketball, so I started getting seen more. College coaches started to come see me, and it was just a blessing. So I just said, let me take advantage of it. And I wasn't stressing that much. I wasn't getting that many Saturdays, so it was all good.
You know, when I coached you, you were really tight with all of your teammates, and you know, I saw you when you were down there. Is Josh? Yeah, Josh is here. When Josh came back and walked on, you guys dapped each other. You see Josh's haircut. And when Josh came back, you guys, you know, big hug, and it was like you hadn't seen each other forever. But I know Terrell Allen, you were really close with, still are, Reggie Gardner. Have you stayed in touch with those guys, even though now you're kind of like, you're Markelle Fultz now? I mean, not that you've arrived, but how's your connection with them kind of stayed over the last year?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, friendship with me is a big thing. I mean, even before I was who I was, they still were friends with me, still hung out with me, we played basketball together. And my sophomore year, Terrell Allen, Nate Darling, Reggie, I mean, the whole team really, the whole varsity team, I mean, we hung out together, we talked about everything, and to this day, we still talk every day. I check on them, they check on me. We still make jokes about each other, just about everything, really. I mean, then Josh came here in my senior year. I mean, he didn't play as hard as he did this year. He was kind of like me my freshman year, but kind of disappointed. I mean, it's good to see him grow. I mean, I should tell him, you got to go see Miss Phelan. Like, she's going to help you. It's all good in there. And he ended up doing good this last year here, so I'm proud of him just for that. And he cut his hair, which was out of control. That was crazy. But, yeah.
All right, so I was born at Providence Hospital, right in D.C. I grew up in Lanham, here in Prince George's County. I graduated from the University of Maryland, College Park. I've lived in Hyattsville pretty much since then. I've been at DeMatha my whole professional career, really, since 2001. I root for all the home teams. I'm a Terps fan. I do root for Georgetown, but I'm still a Terps fan, all the local teams. Why'd you go to the school farthest away from Prince George's County possible? I mean, not that we ever put any type of pressure on where our guys go, we let that happen, but why UW? And your mom mentioned that. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. First of all, I want to say it was just I think, first of all, it's pretty hard to impress my mom, so that's what we're going to say first of all. And I think Coach Romar and the coaching staff there did a great job of that. And then it was what was best for me, really. I think getting away was good for me to grow as a person, as a man. Academically, they had everything I wanted to do. I want to be an accountant, so I mean, they had a great business school there. And then just the team there that they had that year when I went to visit and everything, the chemistry, like I said, the relationship was the biggest thing. I felt like I was at home. It didn't feel like I was far away. And I think it was the best opportunity for me to grow as a basketball player and as a man. And it ended up working out good in my favor, so I enjoyed it.
Very good. You've heard from Coach Jones, you've heard from Mrs. Phelan, you've heard from your mom. You know, Coach Keith is sitting right next to them. You've kind of alluded to some things, but I figured I'd give you an opportunity to maybe say some words to each of them as a group publicly for sort of how they've guided you over the last few years. So here's an opportunity for you to maybe address them in a setting with a bunch of people.
Who are we going to start off with? Ebony. No, we're going to start off with my mom, though. I mean, what can I say? I mean, she's her own person. She's a blessing. I mean, I wouldn't wish to have anybody else with me. If I'll die for her. I mean, everything she's done for me throughout this whole process of middle school to high school to college, I mean, it's truly been a blessing. I mean, she fusses at me a lot about little stuff. I mean, almost everything, but it's all for a reason, really. And I mean, I thank her almost every time I come back from doing something. I mean, she tries to dress me a lot, which I don't like to see, but people say I look good, so I gotta say thank you. But I just want to say thank you for being so hard on me throughout the whole process. I mean, it's really prepared me for everything that's happened to me in life, and I love you. We're gonna skip you. To my sister, Shantice, I mean, my best friend, she's everything to me. I mean, me and my sister gang up on my mother all the time. I mean, we've been through everything. Since I was little, she used to have to get me dressed to go to elementary school, which was right behind the house, and I used to be late a lot because I used to probably lock myself in the bathroom or just fight. I mean, it was a couple times we got in a couple fights. I messed her hair up a little bit, but she's been just as important as my mom been. Just somebody to be there that's not the mother that I can talk to. I feel comfortable talking about some certain things that I wouldn't feel comfortable with talking to my mom at first, but I mean, she's been there. She's pushed me on the basketball court. She's told me to do everything I wanted to do in life, and like I said, thank you. I love you too. Keith. Man, he's been here since I was 7. I mean, his workouts have always been hard. I mean, he's like a father figure to me. I could talk to him about anything. He's pushed me on the court, off the court. Me and him go through a lot with my mom and my sister. I mean, it's tough. I mean, he's been here for a long time. Somebody I can trust, and I wouldn't be where I am today without him on the court and off the court. And that's the same thing with my mom and my sister. So I just want to say thank you, love you too. And then we're gonna say this faithfully. I want to thank Coach Jones and the coaching staff here. I mean, just for all the opportunities from basketball camp to coming to school here, freshman, playing on JV to the varsity year. Just every opportunity I had here. I mean, it's prepared me beyond. I mean, I think I'm more advanced. Well, DeMatha prepared me more than any school can ever do. I mean, going to college, I go there and see kids that don't know how to write their own paper, don't know how to go through drills and stuff like that. I mean, don't know how to work hard. So coming through here really made me work hard, and I really appreciate it. I want to say thank you to all the coaching staff and the teachers here. Miss Phelan. I don't know what I can say. I mean, my freshman year, I came in, didn't even know where your office was, and just to be you to come in my life, I would say, and just do what you did was unbelievable, really. I mean, you didn't have to wake up early to come see me at school, to work on math, English, anything. You didn't have to care about me to want to help me. You could have said no. After I stopped coming to you sometimes, I wouldn't come when I was supposed to, and you still text me and make sure I was doing what I had to do in school. And I wouldn't be the student athlete I would be without you, and I just want to say thank you and love you too. And then to the DeMatha community, I just want to say thank you for all the support, really. Ms. Arlene, Ms. Regina, everybody here. I mean, it's truly been a blessing. Ms. Wendy, the training staff. I mean, without the DeMatha community, I wouldn't be who I am. So, thank you.
I was going to ask one more question. It was going to be, are those trick shots real that you do on Instagram? I don't know if you guys do. But I did have another one. I think that's a perfect way to kind of end this evening. Markelle, again, as I said earlier, thank you for picking DeMatha. We're really thankful we had the opportunity to form you and help you for 4 years. Best of luck moving forward. Every time you play, except when you're playing the Wizards, I'm going to be rooting for you. But seriously, man, you've got the world ahead of you. You're about to be a professional basketball player. You're about to have your own personal barber. The sky is the limit. So, one more thing you want to say? He wants the mic back.
I want to talk to all the athletes in here, the young guys and the basketball players. Just about basketball, really. I mean, I didn't touch on that. I mean, really, I know you grow up just wanting to be in the NBA or football or anything you want to do, and you just dream about having all the Jordans and being top recruit, everything like that. I mean, it's all going to come, but you got to work hard. You got to believe in God. You got to listen to your moms, even though you don't want to. I mean, it's tough, really. I mean, just going through what I went through, I realized that there is no bad situation. I mean, you got to make the best of everything that's happened. Life is going to go on, so if something bad or something doesn't go your way that you don't like, you got to look at the positives out of everything that happens. I mean, you might get hurt. You got to look at, you got time to rest, get stronger, learn the game. I mean, it's so much stuff that you can get out of something that's so-called bad. That's for you. So all I got to say is if you want to be something, you can do it. You just got to work hard and believe in yourself.
Very, very good. Before we end, Markelle and his family, and they've been on a plane pretty much all day from this morning. They've been on the West Coast the last few days. So this went a little bit later than I think we initially planned for, so I'm not sure if Markelle's going to work out, but I do know right after this he's got to get moving. It's been a long day for him, so that'll be determined. If he does work out, you're welcome to stay. There's more food. They would be working out on the court here, but I think that's going to be a decision that we make, or that they make soon after this. Again, if we can give Markelle one more round of applause. We've got some big fans in this here. Thank you. So we've got people standing for you. Markelle, best of luck, man. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Please enjoy the evening. And again, you're welcome to stay